What's your name?
My name's Connor
What's your last name?
Gallegos.
How do you spell it?
Gallegos.
So tell me a little bit about your childhood and growing up.
So I was born and have lived there for my whole life in a town called Orinda in the East Bay Area, California. Grew up playing sports, got 3 other siblings, mom and dad, and that's about it. Nothing too exciting, out of the ordinary.
When did you start getting into skydiving?
So I did my first skydive when I was 16 years old, just for fun, just for the thrill of it, just because, everybody wants to try skydiving. I just decided to do it. My dad has been into like the thrilling sports and stuff like that, so I did it with him for my first time. And then I became certified when, it's actually a funny story, my senior year English class, we had a project called the Challenge Project. We were supposed to go out of our comfort zone and do something. So I actually got certified when I was 17 for my senior year English class. We had a project called the Challenge Project. What our goal was to do was to go out of our comfort zone and do something just either that didn't have to be scary, but just anything that was uncomfortable. One person actually was homeless for a week, so that's an idea of one. Someone else did vegan diet, who was super into meats and stuff like that. I decided to do the skydiving certification, which was a 2-day course. We did 7 total jumps alone. Instead of the instructor on your back, the instructor was next to you on the side, flying with you just to make sure everything was okay. 4 jumps on the first day, 3 jumps on the second day, and then it actually went by like that. It was certified after 2 days, and I've been addicted ever since. I did it with my dad, so it was something that we did on the weekends together just for fun, and yeah, it's been
How do your
fun.
parents feel about it?
Well, my dad obviously did it with me, so he loves it too. We'd always competed for who would get to the next feat fastest, first one to 50 jumps, 100 jumps, whatever. My mom didn't like it too much, especially after the first day of the certification course. I came home with a pretty scary story. I had a parachute malfunction, and after that she actually was very skeptical about letting me continue jumping, but my dad and I convinced her. My dad was not going to do any convincing, that I had experienced the worst that could possibly happen and I'm okay still. Ended up going back. My mom still
Talk about the transition from parachuting to wingsuiting.
So with a wingsuit, you actually do still wear a parachute. You're flying just as fast, but the difference without the wingsuit, you just fall straight down. With a wingsuit, a lot of the movement is forward rather than downward. With the biggest wingsuits, you can actually get ratios of up to 3-to-1, as in 3 meters forward for every 1 meter that you go down. So it's pretty close to flying. It's an entirely different feeling. They make you have 200 jumps before wingsuiting because it's advanced and a little bit more dangerous. You have to have a lot more body control and kind of the feeling of flight and what happens in the air when you move a certain part of your body and whatnot. You have to remember you're falling so fast. If you just move an arm, one direction without moving the other arm and not being parallel on that axis, you'll start spinning out of control. So it's that sensitive. So it was a big transition at first. It was very, I was kind of skeptical about it. It was scary. But after even just a few jumps, just like the first time skydiving normally, after just a few, you kind of get the hang of it, and it's just as addicting as starting skydiving. It's kind of hard to take the wingsuit off now that I've done that.